Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to the Higher Notion channel. We're gonna go ahead and discuss a few topics today, recent events, and bring up some old topics that we had on our last podcast. I'm Joel, and that's Gonzo, and we are gonna go ahead and kick it off with Captain America again with some updates. Something that we didn't discuss last time were the possible appearances that were gonna probably show up on there, like the U.S. agent, the John Walker character, and the new Black Widow that was introduced from the most recent Black Widow movie, the only Black Widow movie. I haven't watched that yet, so I don't know who that character is. Do you know who it's played by?
Oh, Yelena Belova?
Yeah. It's rumored that she might make an appearance in this.
If the story makes sense, I thought she was going to be like a part of. It looks like they're heading towards, say, either Thunderbolts or Dark Avengers routes, and they've hinted at it with Julie Louis-Dreyfus character, Valentina, I think her name is. So they're assembling a team of anti-heroes, I think.
Is she
they could be a part of the story? I'm not sure.
Is she an anti-hero?
Yeah, I didn't hear it. I really don't know too much about the character, like her comics origin, but I don't know, just based on what I've seen in the Black Widow movie, and I think she's the replacement for Black Widow. Like, she's going to be the main Black Widow, and she seems, and that character is always like straddled the line of anti-hero and hero. So we'll see.
All right, cool. And do you think this new Captain America is gonna lead the new Avengers, or like a different faction of the Avengers? I read up on it, and I guess
maybe. I have no idea. Again, I don't know. It could be Doctor Strange, it could be Captain Marvel, it could be Spider-Man, but I wouldn't mind if.
I don't think Doctor Strange would really be willing to lead a team.
They might even do West Coast Avengers.
It's a different faction. Yeah, I don't even know anything about that.
I don't know. I'm just theory. That's just a theory.
Yeah. Well, who's in the West Avengers?
I know the White Vision at some point was, and they've introduced him. Looking it up right now. West Coast Avengers. Hawkeye's on the team. I think Moon Knight was a part of them. So yeah, they might do it. Spider-Woman, I think.
Oh, that version, the red, yellow, and black costume Spider-Woman, right? She doesn't wear like a full mask, like her hair comes out.
No idea. I'm just reading names.
I think I know who you're talking about. And then also, it is also rumored that they are starting prep, they're going to start prep in May 2022, and they're going to start shooting Captain America in June 2022 in Georgia. That's just a rumor so far. It's not confirmed. So just expect the movie to come out in 2023.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm excited. Other Marvel news, a big trailer dropped this week, like the beginning of the week, that everybody's been waiting for, and that's the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. And I was really excited because I've had prior knowledge until like kind of the story of what's going to be going on. So it's a pretty much, since Phase 4 is dealing with the multiverse, this is a multiverse story. And yeah, I love the trailer. It had a lot of surprises, and it picks up directly after the ending of Far From Home. And spoilers if you haven't seen that, but it's been 2 years. So yeah, at the end of Far Way Home, Spider-Man has been outed, and Mysterio framed him. Jake Gyllenhaal's character from the last movie, he framed him, and J. Jonah Jameson revealed that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So this movie starts directly after that, and it deals with the ramifications of Spider-Man's Peter Parker's secret identity being out there, and the problems it causes for his friends and family. So, and that's pretty much the what gets the plot going, it looks like, in this trailer where he goes to Doctor Strange to fix that, and then while Strange is doing this spell, it looks like this spell's going to erase the minds, I guess, of everybody in the world, so that they'll forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and that includes like MJ, his aunt, his friends, and Peter. He wants some people to know, but with this spell, it doesn't work like that. The story goes from there, and again, dealing with the multiverse. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to happen, but it looks like from the trailer, it's going to bring multiple realities into the MCU's reality, and got glimpses of Green Goblin in the trailer, and it looks like the Sinister Six might be in the trailer. And at the end, it's the big surprise, but it wasn't really a surprise for me because I knew he was going to be in the movie. But Alfred Molina shows up at the end, and he's playing Doc Ock, and again, he's famous for playing Doc Ock in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, and that came out in 2004. And it looks like they're going to be using the de-aging technology on Doc Ock. But yeah, man, it looks really cool. I think the trailer premiered at CinemaCon. They have like this convention for theater owners in Vegas, and Sony, the studio who's going to be releasing this film, they released the trailer there. And yeah, man, it looks great. What do you think about the trailer?
Yeah, man, it was pretty dope. I was really hyped about it. I did hear that the whole repercussions of his people knowing his identity was only going to last like the first 10-15 minutes of the movie, like people actually knowing. But yeah, no, it was pretty good. I'm excited. The Green Goblin it kind of hinted that William Dafoe was going to be in it. It had that signature bomb that was in the same Raimi versions, and like that laugh is really like iconic to his
that gave it away right there. Like, that's William Dafoe.
And then also it's rumored that his appearance is going to be a little bit more comic accurate. So not the same Raimi version exactly, but more of like the comic.
You don't think he's gonna wear the Power Ranger suit?
I don't know. Who knows?
People give that suit a lot of shit, but I didn't mind it.
Oh, I didn't mind it at the time, no. But if they go with a more comic accurate version,
we were like 10 years old when that first movie came out. So.
That's true. And then also like the electric shocks within the trailer, like kind of hinted for Electro. I don't know if Jamie Foxx is going to be Electro again, but with all the rumors that are going around, I feel like this is going to be a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, he confirmed he was the first one to confirm that he's back, but he's not going to be blue this time. He's going to be more comics accurate. That's why the lightning was yellow.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that's Electro for sure. And
in the comics, though, he also turns blue. Like his weaker version's yellow and his stronger version's blue.
Well, this is the original. I think they're trying to go. I think they're just doing that because the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is so bad. They just want to differentiate themselves between that one.
Nah, I feel them on that.
Also, looked like Sandman was going to be. Is that Sandman? Did we see Sandman?
There was sand in the trailer, but in my opinion, that didn't really look like Sandman to me. It just kind of just looked like something was blowing up. Sand went everywhere, but it could be him. So that's Sandman, Electro, Doc Ock, Green Goblin. That's 4. Maybe the Rhino and Scorpion.
People are saying the Lizard's going to be in it. Like they saw there's a portion in the trailer where Peter's like in a dark cave or something, and then a dark figure like jumps out behind him, and people are saying that's the Lizard.
I must have not seen that, but
it happens like really fast.
A lot of stuff from that happens real fast, to be honest. If you don't like pause it every second. You're not gonna catch everything. But let's see. They say this movie is gonna be pretty long. But is it 150 minutes? That's decent, I think. That's like an extra 20-30 minutes more than a normal movie.
This is going to be a big movie. Like, the stakes are going to be really high. So, I mean, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, because they have to add a lot of
being
stuff.
Like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, they got to add a lot of stuff and the character development with these villains as well. It's just like, they got to do it right. Other news, do you think Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be in this, like actually as Spider-Man, or just as Peter Parker?
I think they're definitely going to be in it, but I don't think they're going to be in it a lot. I think my theory is they're going to show up at the end. The Sinister Six are going to form, and in order to defeat them, Tom Holland Spider-Man has to team up with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield to fight them. I think that's going to be the third act.
You know what would be
fighting.
You know what would be dope if they added the Miles Morales Spider-Man in there, just surprise everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be too overkill. But if he does like a cameo, maybe you don't see him like Miles in a Spider-Man suit. Maybe he's just like off to the side and just or if he gets the name dropped, and I'm cool with that. But I wouldn't want him to be like in the actual suit.
Yeah, a quick cameo. Basically like what they did with the first Spider-Man game, where like he was there. I mean, you got to play with him a little bit, but basically like just as without any powers before he gets his powers kind of thing.
And we'll see if right now it's slated for a December 17th release, and we'll see if it keeps that date, because with COVID still like cases increasing, we're not sure, so we'll see. But I did want to talk about this. So, like how I mentioned that CinemaCon was happening this week, right?
Yeah.
So during Warner Brothers presentation, and this is near dear to me because I love this movie as a kid, at least the first movie, and I'm talking about The Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
They revealed the title to the next Matrix movie. Did you hear that?
I didn't. I don't know what the title is, but I did hear rumors. Literally just today, but I didn't look into it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. The title for Matrix 4 is going to be Matrix Resurrections. So that continues like the R subtitle, like with Reloaded and Revolutions. So Resurrections is the official title for Matrix 4. And have you seen The Matrix?
But the one that I remember the most
all of them?
Is the first one. Yeah, I watched all of them, except for the animated series.
Oh, the Animatrix?
Yeah, I didn't watch those.
That's actually really good.
I did hear that, yeah.
You should check them out. I'm not sure. They were on Netflix at one point.
They're not on there anymore.
I'm not sure if they're still.
I really don't know where to find them.
It's really dope. It's like an anthology series, and it has different. It's like the Star Wars Visions, like different animations. But but yeah, I'm really excited because the first Matrix movie is one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, it revolutionized just visual effects and just the martial arts in that movie was incredible. And I felt the other two movies were definitely weaker.
Too much CGI.
So when they announced the fourth movie, I got really excited because, again, I love the first one, and Keanu Reeves is coming back. Carrie-Anne Moss as Trinity, she's coming back. A couple of characters. I know Jada Pinkett Smith is coming back, playing Niobe, her character from the second and third movie. The French guy, that was in the second movie, he's coming back.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if Lawrence Fishburne as Morpheus. I don't think he's coming back, but he might be in the movie. I'm not sure. And Hugo Weaving as Agent Smith. I don't think he's coming back. But the cast looks pretty cool, and it comes out at the end of December, December 22nd. So, and it's going to be simultaneously released on HBO Max and in theaters. And hopefully they can redeem themselves and make a good movie. Are you excited at all for this new Matrix movie?
I'm looking forward to it, definitely. Especially since Keanu Reeves has become a better actor since the first ones came out, and the technology for what they can do now is so much better. So I know that it's going to be visually appealing, and I'm sure the story is going to be just fine. I would really have to rewatch the second and third one. It's been a long time because I rewatched the first one more than like 5 times. I think, I don't know. I've watched it a lot. So that one's like, even if I haven't seen that one the longest, that one's freshest in my mind. But I would have to look up some information on this and then see how excited I'll really be. But from what you told me, it sounds like it's going to be a good movie.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do redeem themselves.
Yeah, and it looks like they released a trailer at CinemaCon too, but it hasn't been released to the public yet. So, trailer should be coming soon. So be on the lookout for that.
It's been a long time, and like especially
we'll have to go to.
Yeah, and especially due to like COVID and stuff. Like, I wanted to go last year, but that got canceled, and then I didn't even think about it this year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not ready to go to a convention yet. It's just I'm not comfortable yet, but I'm supposed to go to Star Wars Celebration next year, and that's going to be around your birthday, around Memorial Day. My tickets are carrying over from it was supposed to be in 2020, but obviously that didn't happen. So yeah, I want to go back definitely and go to San Diego Comic-Con since I live in San Diego now. I've always wanted to go. That's in due time for sure. But yeah, that's all I got for movies stuff I wanted to talk about.
I was actually going to bring up the Marvel What Ifs. I finally actually watched the first 3 episodes. I'm not sure if the 4th one's out yet.
Oh yeah. So yeah, go ahead and talk about it.
From what we discussed last time, you said that they all kind of like connect the story, but I don't think they do, because maybe the first 2 with the first 2 episodes, but the 3rd episode doesn't. The 3rd episode is a different universe because that one mentions Captain America, not Captain Carter. But I definitely did enjoy the first 2 episodes, and the 3rd one was great. It was kind of dark though. Spoiler alert: if you haven't seen the 3rd episode, pretty much all the Avengers die except for Captain America. He actually has not been unfrozen yet. But the way they die is pretty crazy, especially the Hulk. That was the most brutal death that I saw. But yeah, these What If stories are animated beautifully. Story's great. The episode 2, what threw me off was Thanos. Go ahead and watch that episode and see what's up with that. But it has been getting better episode by episode. So last time that we talked about it, you talked about the first 2 episodes, but what you think about the 3rd episode?
Like the 3rd pretty much goes over the events of it looks like Iron Man 2, Hulk, Incredible Hulk, and the first Thor movie, because I guess apparently they all happen around the same time. So yeah, all of the original Avengers, they die, and you find out that Hank Pym is the one behind it. He turned evil, or he went crazy, I guess, because his daughter died. But yeah, it was cool. The 2nd episode's still my favorite so far.
Oh yeah, second episode was definitely dope.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I'm excited to see where they go and see if they do connect somehow. I'm not sure what the 4th episode's about, but
the preview came out, but I haven't watched it yet.
I'm curious to see what happens. Speaking of TV stuff, I'm not sure if I wanted to discuss this about the Cowboy Bebop Netflix live action series. I'm a huge fan of the anime, and we finally got our first pictures of the live action version. Did you see that?
I saw fan art of it, so I don't think I saw the real person.
First images came out, and they're pretty accurate.
John Cho is playing
compared to the anime. Yeah, John Cho is playing him.
Okay.
Spike Spiegel. Mustafa Sakir is Jet Black. They race bended Jet Black, Spike's partner on the Bebop, and he was in. I just know he was in. I think the second season of The Cage, which I did not watch. But yeah, so moving on, Daniela Pineda is playing Faye Valentine, and I know I think she was in the Jurassic World movie, the second one. Yeah, she was. So that's all I know her from. And Alex Hassel is playing Vicious, and that's Spike's nemesis. And I guess they were in the crime syndicate together. And Elena Satine is playing Julia, and that's Spike's love interest. And there's also a corgi. There's also a corgi for Ein, which is amazing. The only thing we didn't see is for the main characters is the actress that's going to be playing Edward or Radical Ed, and that character is like a major part of the group, but it's like a kid, so I'm not sure how they're going to handle that. But I'm excited, man. The anime I think is one of the best animes of all time, in my opinion. It's pretty much perfect. The soundtrack is amazing. Just the scope of the series, just how I'm a huge fan of like anything dealing with bounty hunters in space. So I love it. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I just hope they don't, fuck it up. I like the actors. I think they can portray the characters well. I just don't know. I've never seen John Cho in an action type film, so wondering how he's going to.
He was in Star Trek.
Yeah, but he didn't do too much, did he? I mean, he wasn't the main.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, this is different because
I get it.
Cowboy Bebop has the fighting style that basically John Wick has, which I forget what it's called, Gun Fu or something. I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, so I mean, I know that he kind of beefed up for this role, because I saw a picture of him training. But yeah, I mean, I just hope that it comes out good. That's all I can say. The first season is only going to be 10 episodes, so I look forward to that.
Yeah, they're going to be
like an hour-long
episodes. But I mean, the original anime series was only like 25 episodes, 26 episodes, 30 minutes each,
and a movie.
So they can tell a lot. I'm not sure if they're going to do and a movie. But I'm not sure if they're going to do like a straight up adaptation of that, or I think they're going to kind of change some stuff, but I'm excited.
They're probably going to modernize it.
I've been waiting on this, so yeah, hopefully they don't fuck it up.
They're probably
because they fucked up Death Note. That movie fucked that up. Did you ever see that movie?
I've never seen that movie. I don't really see a lot of live action.
Don't watch it. It's bad. It's horrible.
I don't actually see a lot of live action anime movies. I think I saw Bleach. That one was horrible. And I just watched that for the shits and giggles. But yeah, it was really, really bad. I did not enjoy that one. And I actually have not seen Death Note, the anime.
Yeah, don't watch Death Note. Do you haven't seen the anime?
No. You're looking at me like I'm fucking crazy.
Oh, you should. No, because I'm surprised you never.
Yeah, I don't know. I
haven't watched it since you watch a lot of anime.
Because there's a lot of anime that's out, and like I just keep on putting it out. Because like when I discovered Death Note, it was really, really late.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I have access to watch it at any time, so I'm like, watch this instead. I'll watch this instead. I don't know. I just like,
yeah, it's really good, but then I won't spoil it for you, but there's a point in the story where a main character dies. For me, after that happens, it just goes down. Well, before we get into the album, I did want to talk about the third Apple Music listening event that happens, that he did prior to the album's release this past Thursday. in Chicago.
Yeah.
Shit was whack. I did not enjoy it. I did not. Out of all the listening, like this one, I was so disappointed after hearing it. Because I mean, his theatrics were cool, I guess. Like I'll give Kanye this, that his rollout, even though it's been like an up and down roller coaster, and he shouldn't have even said anything about release dates, and then but because I felt like after a while it was just a little annoying that they would say dates and the album wouldn't come out. But
the original release date for that was July 22nd.
I'll give him that. Well, the original release date was last year.
Well, yeah, last year, but the new one
it was supposed to come out like a year ago. Yeah, so but back to the listening event itself, just the whole, he recreated his childhood home in the middle of the Soldier Field, and he had a bunch of people like surrounding it, and Marilyn Manson was there, which was really random, and people did not like that because
controversy.
I guess he's been accused of rape and abuse. So yeah, and that's not cool. So, but again, I don't know all the details, so I can't really say, but it's fucked up if it were to be true. But he also brought off the baby. He brought the baby, which he's had his share of issues as well. When he said some homophobic things at Rolling Loud, and he was getting dropped from a bunch of music festivals. And yeah, he made the album, and it's just each listening event it sounded different from the last. Like the first listening event sounded nothing like the second, and the second sounded nothing like the third. Whether that, because the first one he did in Atlanta, you could tell it didn't sound finished. Bunch of features were missing, his verses were missing, and the mix wasn't mixed properly. The second listening event, which came 2 weeks after that first one, completely different, and I thought that second listening event was a lot better. And this third event, it was just so disappointing to me, because in some of the songs that he had previously played, like Jay-Z was on this particular song, and during the third listening event, he took Jay-Z's version off and he put DaBaby on it. And I was like, okay, like how are you going to remove? Now I'll admit DaBaby had a good verse, but I still thought, like, how are you going to remove Jay-Z? Like it was so high. His verse was so hyped up due to the fact like that him and Kanye haven't worked in a while. And yeah, so that was one thing for me. And then he removed Kid Cudi, who's my favorite artist of all time. He removed him off of 2 songs during that third listening event. And that just pissed me off, because those songs just sounded way better with Cudi on there. As far as the album goes, he did the right thing. He brought Jay-Z back on there, and he brought Cudi back on one of the tracks. He still left him off another one, but yeah, the album finally came out today, like Joel said, on August 29th, Sunday, after multiple delays. And there's still even controversy around this release, because Kanye took to Instagram and he said that Universal, his record label, released the album without his permission, and they were trying to block DaBaby from being on the album. But eventually DaBaby was put on the album, and the album's out, just the clean version. So I'm not sure what's going on behind the scenes, but I'm not sure if Kanye, what do you think, if he's still upset that the album's out, but I don't know. That's a story for another day. But I like the album. It's long as fuck. It's almost 2 hours.
27
even as a Kanye fan, like a lifelong. Yeah, 27 tracks, about like an hour and 45 minutes. And coming from I'm a huge Kanye fan. Just ever since College Dropout, like his music has got me through a lot of tough times. And yes, he said a lot of bullshit over the past few years that I don't agree with, but I've still enjoyed his music, and I enjoyed this album. I think it's with not getting into too much details, because I'll probably review after like I've sit with the album like for a week. I'll probably make a review for it on the channel, but I really enjoyed it. I think it's his best work since The Life of Pablo. There's some parts that I liked better than most. Like there definitely it's not all like there's no skips. Like it's not every track hits like that. There are definitely some skips for me. Lyrically, it's the best he's been in a while. Just the soundscape and production is more extravagant and more immaculate and more cinematic. I think it's more grandiose. I mean, it's sound wise, it's like a mix of The Life of Pablo and Jesus is King, because he still has that religious theme going on throughout the album, and he has how that ties in with his mother. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. And some songs might grow on me more as time goes on. But yeah, I've said a lot, but what do you think about the album, man?
I only gave it a one listen through. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I just got to listen to it more. Really pick up on what he's saying. Also, I wanted to actually go back to the listening event. You know how he made his childhood home, basically. This goes back to like the Drake and Kanye beef.
Yeah.
So the Drake fans vandalized Kanye West's childhood home. There's some images that I'll go ahead and post here.
Yeah, but they didn't vandalize it.
They put messages and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they just put like. I read a comment. I'm not sure where I read this. Or it was either on Instagram or Twitter where I saw this comment. Some guys was like, Drake fans are so soft they couldn't even vandalize Kanye's house the right way. Like, they made signs instead of tagging it.
Yeah.
They're so soft. Yeah. I just thought that was funny.
Well, I got the image. I'll put it up later. But yeah, no, I thought that was pretty funny too. But yeah, I mean, you said pretty much everything I had to say about Donda. So I mean, there's really nothing I gotta add.
What are your favorite tracks?
I don't know. Like I said, I listened to it once.
The first listen, what were your favorites?
The one that I sent you actually was one of my favorites. What was it? Off the Grid. Off the Grid was good.
Yeah, mine too.
Believe What I Say, Donda, New Again, and I can't remember the other ones. There's too many.
I liked Off the Grid. I loved Praise God. Praise God's a banger. I liked Okay. I liked Junia. I liked 24. I liked Moon. I like Donda, but what kind of annoys me is that Kanye got rid of Pusha T's verse off of that song. And Pusha had they were rapping back and forth, and it had more. I think it had more of his mother talking, but yeah, that was like annoyed me that he removed Pusha T's verse. I'm not sure why he removed it, but I like Television. It's like an interlude with Pop Smoke. I love it. I don't know why, but even though it was on Pop Smoke's last album, I like a version of it. I still like that on here. I like Pure Souls. So I liked a decent amount. Still long as fuck though. But yeah, so I'll probably, like I mentioned, after like a week or two, after I sit with the album a little bit more, I'll make a review and put it on the channel. Drake's new album, it was revealed there's like a Sports Center commercial, and he revealed that he's dropping his album September 3rd. So I'm not looking forward to it, but I know a lot of people are, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's soon.
This one interests me because the guy who was on the cover on Nirvana's Nevermind album, the baby that he's like floating in the like a pool naked.
Yeah.
Well, that guy, he's grown up, and he's suing the estate of Kurt Cobain and the other members of Nirvana. He's suing them because of that cover. And I just thought that was interesting that waited all this time, like almost 30 years. Well, I think he's been like, I don't know the full story, but the dude's name is Spencer Eldon. He's a painter, I guess, now. But I just pulled up this article about the lawsuit he's starting. Eldon alleges that he suffered lifelong damages after the bands leveraged the shocking nature of his image to promote themselves and their music. Eldon notes that his legal guardians never signed a release authorizing the use of any images of Spencer or of his likeness, and certainly not of commercial child pornography depicting him. I don't know, man. I just think this is kind of sketch because this dude's like, it seemed like in the past he's been cool with it, because in this article I show that when he was an adult, he recreated the photo of him in the pool. So, and like he's post pictures of him with the album. So like, why would you recreate that image if it like disturbed you? You know what I'm saying? So I think
either
he's just
pissed him off or something happened in his life that he wants money or whatnot. Who knows? I'm gonna go with somebody pissed him off.
Dude, he even has the name of the album tattooed on his chest.
I don't know how far that's.
He has Nevermind tattoo on his chest, so it's like. So I guess back in 2016, in an interview with GQ Australia, Eldon said his stance on the photograph changed after he reached out to Nirvana to see if the band would participate in an art show. So I think he's just in his feelings because the band didn't want to fuck with him, I guess. Like,
oh yeah.
So now he's suing him. So
yeah, he's just got pissed off.
Yeah, because when I was just like, dude, like, you've taken all these pictures. You have the album title tattooed on you. Like, at some point, like, it sounded like the majority of the time you're okay. Like, you've like gained some type of clout or success based on that photo. Like, so I think it's just he's trying to get a cash grab, and he just sounds salty. So again, I don't know all the details. That's just from the outside looking in. That's what I
speculation.
How I see it. So, do you have any thoughts on that?
No, but I mean, like I said, I just feel like he's doing it out of anger or spite for something that happened between them. But like he said, he was reaching out to include them in some art piece or something, and they refused him. So I'm just gonna go ahead and assume it's based off of that.
Yeah, so that was it. So we can get into video games. So,
any games that you're interested in that are coming out this next month, September?
Well, according to the list, Deathloop is coming out September 14th. So,
yeah, what do you think?
Somewhat looking excited. I'm somewhat interested in that. I mean, I've seen a lot of gameplay. There's been a lot of trailers for it. So, I mean, and again, the PS5 right now doesn't really have a lot of first party games or third party games, you know. So we'll see. I'll probably wait till it comes out to see how it's being reviewed, and if it gets good reviews, then I might check it out.
Yeah, I mean, the game has been on discount since they first put it up, and I mean, it's a first person shooter. And it's from Arcane Studios that made Dishonored, and the Dishonored games are really well made, in my opinion. So I feel like they're going to add some of the elements from Dishonored into this one. And obviously they're going to make it friendly for offline and online play. If you noticed, the rival assassin Juliana, online players can take control over her and like pretty much mess with the player or prevent them, basically taking over the job of the AI. So I wonder how that's gonna fare, either if like a friend takes control of it and they like make it super easy for their friend to beat the game, or just, you know, make it difficult or something like that. But I wouldn't want that. I would want the challenge. So Yeah, I mean, it releases on the 14th of September for the PC and the PS5. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we should probably like stream it and play. Other one that I'm really looking forward to is Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. It's like I think it's an indie game, but
Yeah, that's the same here.
yeah, it's gonna be on the PC, the PS5, and the PS4. I'm probably gonna get it on the PS5 for now, but that releases on the 21st. That's an action adventure game with like really fast-paced combat, which is a game that I'm familiar with, or like style that I like to play. You like it, and it's not that expensive either. It's like I think 50 or $40. It's on the lower end. NBA 2K22 is coming out September 22nd for most platforms, and then WarioWare, Get It Together. That one's only going to be on the Switch September 10th. So I'm just going to go ahead and assume that game is similar to like Mario World or something like that. I was interested in Judgment, the original Judgment, and this sequel, Lost Judgment. Looks pretty good, but I wouldn't really touch it until I play the first one. But it's made from the same people that make the Yakuza games. It takes place in Japan. It's like I think it should be similar to like Mafia, I'm assuming, the Americanized version. But that's all I have for games. Is there anything else?
Cool. Halo Infinite finally has a release date of December 8th, but it won't have co-op campaign at launch, and it won't have Forge, where you can customize your own maps and stuff. It won't have that at launch. That's going to be coming out later in next year. So
that's fine as long as it comes out.
I mean, as far as not having co-op, yeah, I mean, I don't have an issue with it, but I kind of was a little bummed that it's not going to have co-op campaign, because I was thinking about getting it on PC and seeing if you, me, and maybe some other friends would play. But I mean, we could still play multiplayer, but it's not co-op campaign. So
as long as you don't yell at me. I'm kidding.
I have matured since then.
Yes, back in our high school days, I would play Halo.
I yelled just a tiny bit.
Tiny bit is an understatement. It's like one of those rage players that you see nowadays. But we would play duos, and every time he would do it, I would kill him. And he would get even angrier, obviously, because I'm like fucking up the game. But it's like he was pissing me off. Oh man.
I was really into that game, man. I was really into that game. I wanted to get to the highest rank. Good times.
He took off the day of school just to pick up the game. Halo 3.
Yeah. Halo 3, it still hasn't been topped yet. I think that's the best Halo game. I'm excited for the new one. Hopefully they don't fuck it up. But other news, Saints Row is having a reboot. Not sure if you're a Saints Row fan, but they're rebooting their series. They're not continuing the story from the previous games. I never played Saints Row, to be honest, but I know a lot of people like those games.
I tried
but the reboots will be coming out next year.
I tried the free version, the one that came with the PlayStation Plus. I played like 5 minutes of it and I dropped that shit so fast. I don't know, it just wasn't for me. Maybe it was just the game that they gave us for free. I don't know, but I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's because like I think I was in hell or something. It was just like, fuck this.
There was a trailer for Metroid Dread, which looked really interesting. Did you see that?
This is the side scroller, right?
Yeah. but it's like 3D.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It looked cool.
Yeah, it looked pretty dope. It'll probably be the first Metroid game I played. I played the 3D one, the first person shooter one, but like not a lot because I didn't own it. I borrowed it from I think Blockbuster back in the day.
Played was Metroid Prime 3. It was on the Wii.
That's the one that I played, right? That's the GameCube one?
Yeah, Metroid Prime 3 Corruptions was on the Wii. That was the last one I played. I never beat it. But yeah, Metroid Dread. I might check it out. I am intrigued.
Yeah, I don't really play too many side scrollers. But
comes out in October.
So in like a month. I mean, this is the end of August. So
Marvel, there's going to be a Marvel Midnight game. Did you get that?
Marvel Midnight game?
Marvel Midnight Suns was announced. Yeah, it's called Marvel Midnight Suns was announced. A tactical role-playing game. So players will take the role of the Hunter, a customizable superhero created specifically for Midnight Suns in collaboration with Marvel Comics. And players will also control other heroes in combat, up to 3 in total. Playable roster includes Iron Man, Captain America, Wolverine, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Blade, Ghost Rider, Magic, Nico, Minoru. No idea who that is.
I found an image, but yeah.
The Hunter can be female or male, customized in appearance. And it'll be turn-based, similar to the XCOM series. But can walk around in third person. So yeah, that was announced. And it's going to be released in March of next year.
I think there's a trailer. I'll look it up later.
So I didn't see there was a trailer. I didn't see the trailer. I just heard it was announced. So
yeah, they kind of look like
that could be interesting.
The Fear ring from DC, because they're all black and yellow.
Yellow Lantern?
Yeah, Yellow Lantern. They look like that.
Black and yellow.
What'd you say?
I was just singing Black and Yellow by Wiz Khalifa.
Oh, such an old song. Anime news. Anything new that you watched?
I haven't been watching. No, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for My Hero Academia. I know that all of them are on Hulu, like the subtitled, but I'm one of those basic people that listen to dub versions sometimes. But it depends on the anime, but like the dub version, I think the dub version of My Hero Academia is really good. So I'm waiting for all the dubs to be uploaded onto Hulu so I can watch them. But I haven't been watching any anime lately.
With My Hero Academia, I only watched up to like 3 or 4 episodes. I still have to watch the rest of it. I heard it gets pretty good. But
it's a good series.
It is a good series. Just for hell of it, like I just went on Netflix and I just started watching Eden Zero. I think it just came out on there, it just released, but the initial release date was April 2021. It's animation worked by JC Staff.
Is it about that human? Is it about that human who's like the last human and she's around like robots?
It's a guy and his name is Shiki, the main character, and lives on a deserted planet on a theme park. He was raised by the robots there because the planet was just one big ass theme park. It's an attraction. He was raised by the Demon King, which was also a robot, and this girl named Rebecca and her cat Happy, basically a carbon copy of the fairy tale Happy, go to that planet because they want to essentially shoot a YouTube video, but it's called BTube in the show, and that's a lot of like what I've from the episodes that I've seen, which was like all of them was pretty much just about these BTubers just like adventuring around and like shooting videos. I mean, especially her, but like they're just creating content, which I thought it was interesting, and I liked that it took place in space because there's a lot that you could do with that. It is rated PG-13, but I really don't suggest it for like those people those age. Like if you're gonna watch it with your parents, just know that there's like ecchi scenes in there, so like almost nude girls. So I'm fine with it, but I don't think your parents are gonna be very happy with you watching it if you're very young. But I don't know. I enjoyed it. The animation was really good. The fight scenes were pretty good. But yeah, it's essentially like a carbon copy of Fairy Tail if you have seen that. And if you haven't, then something new. All I have for anime news, this Eden Zero was the only one that I recently saw this week. I don't know what I'm going to watch next, but look forward to it.
I'm pretty sure there's others that I'm forgetting right now, but yeah, My Hero's like the main one. And then Attack on Titan. I think that's coming out next year.
Are you all caught up on that, or?
But yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm caught up. The last season was great.
Yeah, I still gotta catch up.
Yeah, the third season's the weakest to me, but the first part of season 4 is incredible, and it's going to be the last season. So part 2 is coming out 2022 at some point.
So there's a part 1 for season 4 already out.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm at. I think I'm on the 3rd season or the beginning of it. I keep on repeating the episodes, but I'll figure it out. Is there anything else you want to mention or bring up?
So, yeah, there was one. It's kind of a world news story. Thought it was kind of interesting and creepy at the same time. So, did you hear about that story about Tony Hawk and his skateboards?
Tony Hawk and his skateboards?
Yeah, so Tony Hawk did a collaboration, I think, with the water company Liquid Death to produce 100 skateboards, and they actually put like his real blood in the skateboards. Like he donated his blood, his actual blood, and I just thought it was like weird, really weird. So I'm just reading. I'm not sure why he did it, but
that's some weird ass shit.
Yeah, they've only made I guess Liquid Death, the company, they're going to donate 10% of the profits from the skateboards to charities. One of them, which reduces plastic pollution in oceans, and another builds skate parks in underserved communities. It's a cool cause, but it's just, they mix his actual blood in the paint of these skateboards.
That's some serial killer vibes there.
Yeah, but they all sold out.
I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, it's just kind of too weird.
Yeah.
They were like $500 a piece, it looks like.
I'm good. I don't even skate. But still, even if I did, I would.
Sometimes I do, but I guess last topic that I kind of want to discuss is the Jake Paul Tyron Woodley fight. The boxing fight, I guess, is going on right now. I don't think it's over yet, but according to my Twitter feed, I think it just ended right now. We are live, people. The Jake Paul fights. I wanted Jake Paul to get his ass kicked. I do not like that dude.
Nobody does.
But I think it just ended.
Nobody likes him, but that's his image. That's how he makes his money.
Ah, looks like Jake Paul won by split decision. You know, I didn't watch this fight. I'm not going to pay to go to watch Jake Paul fight. I just want him to get his ass kicked.
You can watch it on YouTube later.
But Tyron Woodley, I mean, he's, you know, I'll check highlights, but Tyron Woodley, you know, he's a MMA fighter, and he looked like he was in good shape compared to that other joker, Ben Askren, that Jake Paul fought earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, is Jake Paul really that good, or is boxing really rigged? Because Jake Paul should not be. I think he should not be beating these guys, man. Like, I don't know.
I don't know how good he is. I haven't actually seen him fight. I didn't see the fight last time or this time. I saw highlights of the fight with his brother, but that's it.
ESPN just posted an image of the stats of the fight, and Jake Paul landed 30% of his jabs compared to 23% of Woodley's. He landed 41% of his power punches compared to 36% by Woodley. In total, it was pretty even. He landed total punches. He landed 34% of his total punches compared to 32% by Woodley. Jake Paul got more body shots in. He threw way more punches than Woodley. So it seemed pretty even. But yeah, Jake Paul won, which I didn't watch the fight, so I can't really say if he deserved to win.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know. Aren't those like charity events or something?
I have no idea. I don't care. I just wanted him to get his ass kicked because he talks a lot of shit.
That's his image. That's how he gets his money.
I guess, but yeah, no. One of these days, he's going to get his ass kicked, and when that happens, I'll be a little happy.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to end this podcast. Make sure to subscribe to Higher Notion, hit the like button, and hit that bell to get notified for any future videos.